Hey, good morning.
Another flawless intro, by the way, on Friday Fun Day.
Don't say that out loud. Don't say that out loud.
That's good stuff. How are you doing on this fine creative mastery podcast, creative finance mastery podcast today, Mr. Coffman?
Did you happen to say Friday Fun Day in there? Did you say
I
that?
did.
Okay.
I got that in there too.
Well, in that case, I'm doing well. I'm doing great. I am got quite a busy weekend this weekend. Just stuff that I have either put off or couldn't complete because of my recent travels. So yeah, it's going to be a good weekend. Full of actually, I meant that sarcastically, but the weather is turning awesome. So it actually probably is going to be a pretty good weekend. What about yourself?
Oh, a little of this, a little of that. I don't know. We were just talking before we went live here. I don't know where the hell the week went. I don't know where the hell it's September. Like we're 9 days away from September. Like, what the hell is happening here, Mr. Goffman?
I realized that yesterday. You and I we were working on a condo yesterday.
Yeah.
And I realized that when I left, you were on the phone or you were on a call. And I realized when I left, I kind of silently mouthed to you, I'll be here tomorrow. And not even realizing what day it was. So yeah, I couldn't be there today. We're doing this today. So
yeah, I caught that. Brother. I caught it. I read between the lines. Yeah,
I have no doubt. I have been, not to get, I kind of feel weird talking about this stuff, but I have been medicated lately, and everything's kind of a little bit of a blur, and it's not like narcotics or anything. Don't get crazy. But I will tell you this: when you hear these doctors and all these health experts talk about gut flora, it is a real thing, man.
It is.
It is a real thing, and I'm telling you because some of you may or may not know, but I injured myself. I'm going on 6 weeks now.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Then I picked up a little thing called Vibrio. If you want to know the full term, it's Vibrio alginolyticus. It's a pretty nasty little bug from the Atlantic. And so I've been on literally the only thing that I have in all the literature that I've read and all the people that I've spoken with, medical people, the only things that kill, there's 3 different types of antibiotics that kill this. I have been on all 3 of them. Well, no, I've been on 2 of them, but 2 of those are actually in the same family. And this stuff is still hanging around, and I'm on my 6th round of this stuff. And so it's just weird. It's wild because I never thought that your gut would really have, or gut health would have the effects that it does. Like I can't sleep. It's very tough to put a sentence together. So I'm gonna try and make my way through this. I'm gonna lean on you to do it. But yeah, I'm not under the weather. I'm just not my normal self. That's all. So anyway, those are, we got to have 1 complaint a week. We're allowed 1 complaint per week. That is my complaint this week. If I have anything to complain about, it's going to be a good weekend. So,
well, let's hope round 6 is the charm to get it knocked out, because this cannot continue like this. So,
well, they're getting into start talking about C. diff. You want to start talking about something that'll scare you to death. C. diff will scare you to death. Like the prospect of that, and I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do if this doesn't kick it. So
maybe we just got to do bleach on the open wound and kill it from the outside in, brother. Kill it from the outside.
That's the funny thing is it's not really open. It's under the skin. So these things, I can literally feel things crawling. It's pretty wild. I don't want to gross anybody out here, but it's pretty wild. It's really, really crazy. I've never experienced anything like it. I'm usually a pretty fast rebounder, but I'll tell you this: I'm ready for 2025 to be over. This has been a crazy year. It's been
It's
crazy,
been crazy, yeah.
but anyway, all right.
All right, and by the way, before we forget, I just want to say happy golden episode 50. By the way,
Ooh,
of the
that's right.
Creative Real Estate Mastery podcast, we are
That's
at
right.
number 50. So we
Yeah.
appreciate all the. We seem to have a group of dedicated viewers, so we appreciate that. We're hopefully we can continue to expand the circle. And by the way, let's talk about that. So today on the podcast, right, we want to talk about the Sub2Empire ecosystem, right, Mr. Coffman? So what does that mean?
Yeah, we've been talking about this for a while about kind of, and just to be, kind of upfront with everybody, I I kind of wanted to be, I wanted it to be like, a big slideshow and all this stuff, but that's really not, if we're being true to ourselves, that's really not what we do. So, um, but the Sub2Empire system it's in the title: courses, community, and capital. And so what we've done is we've kind of we've created this bubble, for lack of better terms, created this ecosystem, or this bubble, where we're kind of a turnkey is not the word I'm looking for. I'm looking for an
Full
all-encompassing
service platform.
full service. Thank you. That's an excellent way to put it. You have a full service platform. So yeah, we're just going to today we're going to kind of talk about what that bubble looks like, and what the ecosystem consists of. And so we're just going to unpack everything. We're going to take a look at some of the courses and some of the benefits behind what we offer. Look at some of the tools that we offer out there, both free and paid. Talk about the community a little bit, and just explain to folks what some of the benefits are to both experienced investors, new folks out there, and a lot of you wholesalers out there that are looking to, kind of up your game, or as we say, level up.
Level up, that's right. And can I just take a moment to reset things? And I'd like to tie it back all the way to episode 1. Remember, episode 1 of our podcast was, who the hell is this Sub2Empire thing, and what are we doing? So sometimes I think, especially people see us, I don't know, like our podcast or whatever, it goes into people's feeds because they're watching similar stuff over there. Like, I don't even know how Skynet friggin' works, whatever. Like these people just see us and they click on us, and sometimes we forget, like I even forget, like they have no idea. I mean, obviously from the title, like if you're a real estate investor, you kind of understand Sub2Empire, just from the title. But like, who is Sub2Empire? What are we doing? Who are these guys? And so this is episode 50, rewind, right? Reverb and reset into about like, what are we trying to do here? Because sometimes I think it's important for people to know exactly what we do and what we offer. And we're not really very good at that. Like, if I'm being honest, like we're not advertising or whatever. Like I don't go around from the mountaintops, right, yelling Sub2Empire, go get our courses or whatever too. But this is what that's about. We thought it was time to reset and do all of that today. So that is our goal. So can I just, from a roadmap, say, like we don't have slideshows or spreadsheets or anything like that, like you mentioned too. I know you're a little uncomfortable about that, but I was just gonna say, let's just do the big overview and then we'll go on piece by piece. How does that sound?
That sounds perfect. Yeah, I'm not. It's not a requirement. I just would have liked to have some visuals. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes I feel like we're sitting out here screaming into these microphones, and I don't know. I personally like it. I like the style. I like, I wouldn't do this if I didn't like the style that we do it in. But some folks, that'd be their cup of tea, and that's cool. I just I was trying to, I guess, placate a little bit to those types of folks. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if it's really worth it. I think we just do what we do.
We do, right? You're exactly right. There's a lot of options out there to do education courses, whatever you want to do, there's like a lot of choices out there too. And you got to make sure you pick what you feel comfortable with, right? And we're not for everybody. I know I'm not for everybody. Like I can't speak for you, but like you're much more mild mannered, generally speaking, than I am, and so I'm a bit more high strung.
You sure?
Just just a little bit, like here, like the difference or
Impossible.
something like that. Can I
Impossible.
get that on the camera? Like something like so. Yeah, it's but you have to pick who you're comfortable for. So our goal today is just to toss out there who we are, what we're doing, and see if you're comfortable with us, and you can try us out.
That's
But
right.
the big overview, right, is it? So we have education, right, courses. We have mentorship, coaching, right? We have community, right? We have which we call the Sub Hub, by the way, which is a private community. Of course, we have a Facebook community. We'll talk all about that too. And now we have a funding platform that you've heard us talk about right over the last few episodes. We have this funding platform. So it's education and tools, mentorship, community, funding. So
One
we're
thing
gonna
to see in there, though, I like the partnership aspect of this more so than really in any of that stuff, to be honest with you. But yeah, that's actually maybe it's something we should have thrown in there. In fact, I'd like to replace. I almost like to replace the word mentorship with partnership.
partnership. Yeah, that's really what we'll
Mentorship
talk
slash
about.
partnership.
Yeah.
So yeah, I sorry I interrupted you there, but
Oh, no worries at all.
I could throw in.
But let's start. Do you want to start? And I'll just ask this too because I can. Do you want to share the store page and we're just going to talk a little bit about the courses and what they are?
Sure. Let's go for it. Are you going to share it, or do you want me to share it?
Whichever you have. You have it up and ready?
I do have it up. So let's do this here. I think the cool thing about this is we don't have to throw up any kind of QR codes or anything. I mean, we just kind of just go out here and I don't know. Maybe y'all can just click along with us, bring up another window and take a listen and just kind of go along with us here. And you can click into each one of the. Can you see my screen, by the way? I want to make sure I'm not.
Yes. Yeah, I could. Yeah, I changed the view down here, so we're hopefully we're down here at the bottom, so everybody can see the big screen.
Okay. Well, let's start at the very beginning. So, a lot of you may probably already know that, at least for me, if you've listened to me talk before, you know that I got started. I started doing deals in 2015, and I'm just doing them subject to. And I can get into the whole story behind that, but essentially, the reason that I did that was because I didn't have the capital that I thought. It's an important distinction. I thought that I needed a bunch of capital to get into real estate investing, and I was not only was I wrong, I was insanely surprised when I finally figured out that I didn't actually need a ton of capital sitting in the bank to buy houses. And so essentially, where I was at then is where we kind of get into the introduction into subject to investing. Particularly I know there's a lot of wholesalers out there, and I'm not going to pick on wholesalers, but there's a lot of newer real estate investors, people that want to get in and just do not understand this subject to thing. And so we have out here. I'm going to bring up this page. Make sure it's the right page. Yeah. So this is actually just a little $5 course into and it talks about subject to investing, what it is. It's not your all-encompassing type of, it's not this comprehensive course. It's just an introduction into the concepts and the kind of the inner workings and the flow of what it means to buy a property subject to. So if you're brand spanking new to this thing, it's a little $5 thing, of course we sell it for $5. We put a lot more of that into it in time and effort and energy. But it's a simple, not even an hour long. It's an hour long dive into the world of subject to real estate investing. So Since that's where we started, that's where we're starting the tour here, if you will.
Yeah, the entry point. This is like if you know nothing about subject to and you're just like curious about what it is and you're willing to spend $5, like it's just an overview. It's the starting place, the entry point.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. And then of course, I don't know, do you want to alternate doing it? I mean, like, I'm not sure.
Let's go, since we did Sub2, let's do our Sub2 bundle. Since we're Sub2Empire, let's focus on the Sub2 bundle. So let's go like to the next, what we would call the intermediate or the next level up, right? Which would be the power course.
I am not, there it is right there. Okay.
Right there.
Okay. This is the 2-day subject to power course. This is actually, this was actually video. This was me giving a course on subject to investing a few years back. And it's an entire 2-day. You'll have to forgive me. I don't know what's the resources that are included in this. You would know better than I would. You generally put that stuff together. But it's essentially a 2-day course that is on demand. You can turn it on, you can turn it off, come back to it, save your spot, all that good stuff. And but it is a very thorough review and an even deeper dive into the world of subject to investing. And again, this was not, someone might look at this and say, well, this is a 2-day course for $95. Well, yeah, you're right, but it's taken me years and years and years to figure this stuff out. So I think it's priced appropriately. So let's
it's, and talking about, if I could, just talking about your resources here.
Yeah.
Not a lot of resources here. It's more information based,
right.
Going deeper into subject to concepts, not advanced, right? But kind of the intermediate level, which is the next level up.
Yeah. So it's going to take that 42-minute video that you actually, that we looked at in the intro course, and it's going to expand on each one of those topics individually. And I say it's a deep dive for sure, but it's not going to include all the documents you need or anything like that. But because quite honestly, anyone can go out and piece together the documents they need to do this. We actually offer a complete subject to documents package. So it's a one-shot deal, and you just get everything that you need. And we can talk about that a little bit later. But yeah, 2-day subject to power course. It's a little bit deeper dive. Maybe you have an understanding of subject to investing, and you need to, I don't know, maybe you're not quite comfortable with doing your first deal yet, or getting a property under contract subject to. This would be the perfect resource for you to kind of get over some of those hurdles and realize that this is actually real. Like this, you can actually do this. So that is the 2-day subject to power course.
And so that's intermediate. So we have the beginner, the very basic.
Yep.
This is the intermediate, what we call intermediate. And now we have advanced.
And here we go. This is our, wow, we're missing there we go. So this is the Comprehensive Subject to Masterclass. This is actually a 3-day entire weekend class that we had. I don't remember how many folks that we had in this class, but we recorded the whole thing. It was all done via kind of like webinar form. And so you have a lot of Q&A, certainly a lot of, in fact, this is what
real life case studies.
Yeah. Life case studies. This is what I would consider probably a drinking from the fire hose. If you didn't know anything about subject to, or if maybe you've heard about it, but you've never really, maybe you've not really ever done a subject to deal, you pick this up. It's literally everything. It's going to include the intro. It's going to include all the material in the 2-day. And if you went through this in one weekend, you are definitely going to be drinking from a fire hose. There's a lot going on in this class.
And in this one, you notice the price increases. So we started at $5. It's like less than an hour. we went at $95, and it's over the course of 2 days, but I think it's like 3 or 4 hours each day in each session. And now here we're like 8 hours each day, of course. So there's a lot more material, and you get the resources here. So this includes many documents that not all of them, but it includes many documents you need to do your subject to deal. We actually go over the real world case studies in here about how do we find them, all that sort of thing. It's all about subject, like Sub2Empire. This is the cornerstone of Sub2Empire is all this here. And this is the deep dive, brother. This is the advanced. Yeah, this is the advanced.
I think what we have in here, if I remember correctly, as far as resources go, with the bare minimum that you would need to do a subject to deal.
Yeah.
I believe that's what's in here.
Yeah. Yep. It's a lot, though. I mean, it's a fair amount of tools and resources and documents we included in there, just because we could, right? But it is not as we'll get to the Sub2 documents package. It is not everything that's in the Sub2 documents package, but you could certainly do a deal with what's in here for sure.
That's right. And while we're talking about the documents package, I might as well throw this up here. This is the comprehensive document subject to documents package. This is literally everything you're going to need.
It's
so
CYA.
If you were going to deep dive into subject to, and you're kind of a visual learner, the comprehensive subject to class is this would be the kind of an addition to, or this would round out that entire class, and this literally has everything that you need in it. No questions asked. Lifetime access. You download whatever you need. You change it. You edit it to your specific needs, or the regulations that your state goes by. Which, by the way, we've said this before, but there's no state that subject to is illegal in. So let's demystify that. And so the idea behind this package is to download the documents, have them reviewed by an attorney of your choice. I would choose a really good one. Have them review these, and fire away. Start making offers.
Yep. It's a deep dive, man. It's the nerd. Anyway, we go through all the documents. Like, why do I need this document? Why do I care? Like, what is this? Remember, this is all designed to cover your assets, both directions, right? The seller needs to be covered as well as you, the buyer. Like, this assumes you're the buyer. You, the buyer, all right, in a deal like this. So it's the beginning to end. It's all the documents we actually use. By the way, like the Sub2 deals, like we actually do Sub2 deals. These are the documents we use.
That's right. Yep. No different than the very ones that we use here. And you can see if you go to the store and you click on the complete subject to documents package, you will see exactly what all you get inside. And this is literally all that you need. And you're going to have folks tell you that you need other things outside of it, but this is the core. This is 100% anybody. By picking up this package, you can do a subject to deal from start to finish, no problem, A to Z.
With no, I'll just say, at least from the deals we've done with, no issues, right?
No issues. Yeah.
No issues. Yep. So just FYI, we're not attorneys, right? But actual documents, real guys are doing every day.
Yep.
So
okay.
Talk about too. So then we've bundled the Sub2 stuff together. So there's a bundle here. If you want to show them the bundle real quick.
Well, this is the bundle, but this actually includes the Ultimate Creative Blueprint as well. So maybe let's talk about the blueprint real fast.
Okay.
Because the blueprint actually builds upon.
Yeah. Well, sorry, there's two separate bundles. There's just the Sub2 bundle, and then there's the one. So the definitive Sub2 bundle is right there down on the middle, second one in, next to there it is. So that is all the Sub2 courses.
Oh yeah.
The intro course. That's the Power 2. That's the 2-day power, and then that's the complete masterclass. It's all three of those at a steep discount.
There you go. I forgot about that one. I forgot we put that together. That's cool.
It's just the Sub2 standalone courses we have.
Awesome. Awesome. Good deal. That's a good deal.
Not the documents package, just the other training.
Correct. Right.
Yeah.
Good deal. All right. Perfect. So now we can jump to our
Blueprint.
blueprint. If I can find it again, where did it go?
Yeah, we got to reorder the store now. Looking at the stores and going through it, we got
it's
to
not
reorder
in
that a
order at
little
all.
bit. But yeah, bear with
All
us.
right. Here we go. Okay. So we have talked about ad nauseum. We have talked about our model, our preferred model. We didn't invent the model. All right. Let's just be clear. But we are. But I know that for me, I know I'm one of the very few in my market that has adopted this model, and not a lot of people are doing this. But it's such a missed opportunity, and this model revolves around both buying creatively and selling creatively. And so essentially, what that means for me is I buy on subject to, I buy properties subject to, and then I turn around and I sell them on seller financing. And we've talked many times about the reason that I chose seller financing over rentals and over lease options and all that stuff. And it essentially has to do with the headache-free type of lifestyle that I want to live. So I love selling on seller financing, and that's what this blueprint. That's just one aspect of the blueprint. Let me be honest. The blueprint is laid out into 6 pillars that we call the ultimate creative real estate investing formula, and that formula starts with. I mean, it's A to Z. So it starts with. Do I have the copy? Sorry, I just rehabbed my house, so I'm.
I have it taped up right here. By the way, when we say blueprint, it's an actual blueprint. Like
Right.
We actually give you the blueprint. It's an actual document. It's hanging up right here in my office, in there too. So step 1 is generate leads, which we'll talk about our marketing courses here in a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, we go through this A to Z, this 6-step blueprint, and each one of those, if you kind of can visualize it, I probably have a soft copy up here, but if you can visualize it, you have 6 columns or 6 steps, and under each of those 6 steps, we deep dive into each one of those categories, and so it's very, very, very thorough. It is extremely thorough, and again, this is going to be something that you're going to want to refer back to. It is going to be a kind of type of drinking from the fire hose type of course, but I think you will get a ton out of it. And then, kind of one of the bonuses that we include in this thing is we get some lessons in here on buying and selling notes and getting creative with notes. So some of you, any of you are
some guests on the course. Yeah.
If any of you are maybe you have the concept of being a note lord. If you have that concept in your brain housing group back here, you're going to learn a lot from this. In fact, I actually, in creating this course, learned a lot from it. This is from Nick Legamaro, a wildly popular note buyer and seller. But you're going to get a lot out of the note, just the bonus portion of this, the note buying and selling portion of it. A lot of creative stuff you can do with notes.
Yep.
All right.
Again, I just want to focus on this.
Yep.
We're a couple of guys. We're real guys doing real deals, and that is what's highlighted here. Real deals. We take the deal and we put it through the blueprint. How did we generate the lead? How did we qualify the lead? How did we get so how do we get the contract versus other people? Like the whole 6 steps that you mentioned in there is case study, beginning to end, A to Z, as you mentioned.
Yep. That's right. That's something that I kind of glaze over a little bit, but the case studies are really where I call it learning through osmosis. The case studies are probably one of the more important pieces, if not the most important piece of any of these courses. because this is real. This is application of what we're teaching people and what we're trying to communicate to people. It's the real world application of it. You get to see it. You get to see it live. You get to see it how it actually turned out. You can see, like you're saying, the leads and to the finding your final buyer, and the numbers that ensue.
The deal evaluation alone is worth $195.
Yeah.
The case studies and the deal evaluation on the case studies is worth $195. Isn't that what 195? I think it is.
Yes, it is. Yep.
And now the other bundle that you mentioned there, so now we have another bundle that includes all the Sub2 stuff plus the blueprint.
That's
all
right.
The Sub2 stuff plus the blueprint is the next bundle that we have, again at a steep discount.
Yeah, this is everything. This is we're talking intro. You know nothing about subject to, all the way through the creative deal making or the creative deal structure process, all the way to your end buyer. So this is the entire system, all the way through. I don't really know much to say about that, but everything that we've just told you up to this point is included in this bundle.
Yeah, that's always. And so let's go on to, and so that is kind of some foundational standalone course offerings that we have. And now let's talk about, so we mentioned step one of the blueprint is marketing. So we also have some standalone marketing courses. So why don't we talk about those?
Sure. Well, first, I want to talk about this little course here, this little mindset course.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
So, because I contend, and I think you agree with me, that it is very hard to accomplish any of this stuff that we're talking about. Any of these, like, it really does no good to buy any of that stuff if you don't have, and maybe you already have this mindset. It's hard to say, but if you do not have a foundational mindset of success, systems, planning, and more, the most important aspect of this is goals. So I just wanted to bring this up because a lot of you, I even say it in this course, there's no blueprint for setting goals. Everyone thinks that they have an answer. You follow this specific system to set a goal. It doesn't work that way in the real world. It just doesn't. And so what we attempt to do in this course is kind of liberate you, set you free to say, hey, you've got your own brain, you've got your own way of doing things, and we want to exploit that. We want to pull that out of you, and we want to make you a better person so that you can go out and you're not afraid to execute on some of these strategies that we lay out. The strategy stuff, I think, quite honestly, if you do it enough, it's simple. It's not. I mean, there's a lot to learn, no doubt, but if you can systematize something, you can repeat it over and over and over again, and it becomes sort of a second nature. But if you don't have the mindset to actually implement that stuff and create those systems, you're kind of setting yourself up for failure. And so I just wanted to talk about this one a little bit, and that's kind of what this course does. It's really cheap, but I think it's a good way to at least set the tone of what you're about to embark on, if that makes sense.
Well, yeah, and I like to say why it's important to know why you want to invest in real estate.
Mm-hmm.
Like people don't think that's important. Like, I'm just going to give me a couple of rental properties, they'll give me some monthly cash flow or whatever. But why? Why are you doing that? What's the end goal? What's the purpose? Are you just want to be a landlord and do tenants, trash, and toilet? Because like 90% of those people will be gone 2 years from now. So like, why are you doing this? What's the point? What are you trying to really achieve? Is it get out of your 9-to-5 job? Is it to set a legacy for your kids? Is it like, what the hell are you doing it for? Like, I used to think that was a bunch of hokey bullshit, if I'm being honest with you. And I've spent a lot of damn money on that personal development mindset, what's your passion? What are your like? And I still don't even know what my passion is. If I'm being honest with you too. I know things that I like, and I know things that I don't like.
Yeah.
But I think it's important to get focused on why are you wanting to do this, and if it doesn't have to be real estate investing. Like why? Let's say you want to open your own franchise, whatever it is, you want to open your own bar, whatever business it is. Like why do you want to do that?
Yeah.
And so this helps do that. Like what are my values? What are my strengths? Right, which kind of gets to what your strengths are, and then what are my goals? Like what the hell am I doing?
Yeah. Yeah. It's, I love the way you put that though. You don't know what the hell you're, you know, like I've talked about it a lot. Um, Real estate is not necessarily I mean, it's not like some dream of mine to own a real estate business. That's not what
It's not a
do it.
love. Yeah,
Right.
it's
I
not a
mean, I
love.
do it because it provides me with things that I love to do. It's a tool for me. And, I think, setting yourself up now, it's just nothing wrong with, if you think your real estate business is what your dream is. Um, because I think real estate can, for sure, without a doubt, it can kind of handle any situation. Like for me, I use real estate as a tool to do the things I love. For you, it might be you just want to own a company that you want to make successful. Maybe you want to sell it. Who knows? Whatever your goals are. Uh, but it is a deep dive into really questioning your belief systems and what you believe, figuring out like what you said, Ken, was figuring out what your core values are. Core values are huge. Uh, I mean, there's so few people that I'm willing to work with because we just don't have the same core values. And I think it's probably the best time and money that I've ever spent figuring out what those actually are, because I can actually live by those. It makes life so simple, so simple. All right, you got anything else on this?
No, I think man, we're getting a little long winded here, and we got a lot of other stuff to cover. So
Yeah.
maybe like if we could capture all the different marketing, maybe show them the different marketing, and then of course we have all the marketing classes in a bundle too, right?
Right. So first, I want to start off with some your basic real estate investor stuff. Bandit signs on steroids. This system. Now, this looks like just a course, but this is actually a system. This system is, well, it's named appropriately. Let's just say that it's bandit signs on steroids. Anyone can go out and hammer some bandit signs into the ground. You can get super strategic about it. Maybe you can even hire some people to go out and do that for you. But this is an entirely different system. Yes, those things are included in this, but this can really. Let me just say this: don't discount bandit signs. Bandit signs have worked for the last. They've worked since since the beginning of advertising, since the height of a marketing trend or trends in the industrial revolution and all that stuff. I mean, so bandit signs they're never going away. You're never going to get rid of them. They're here every election. You see a bandit sign from every single candidate out there that's going to be on the ballot. And this is no different with us, except we're going to take this to the next level, and that's kind of what we do anyway, right? We tend to over exaggerate not over, maybe that's the wrong term, not over exaggerate, but we over deliver a lot on a lot of these things. And so don't think that this is a rudimentary course at all, because it's not. It is very deep. So that's bandit signs. Then we want to talk about let's talk about how we break down our marketing, particularly when it comes to list building. Everyone knows that we can send out letters and postcards and all that good stuff, but there's many other things you can use, strategies you can use when you build a list. But the question becomes, at least in my mind, and that's why we laid this out the way we did. What are the real motivations behind the people that are on your lists? And so we've broken that down into three different categories. If you look down here, we have personal and financial motivations, right? And maybe this should be labeled something different now that I'm looking at this. But with this, we're looking at personal and financial situations. So, that might be, this might be something like divorce. Divorce, and the reason these are grouped together is because they kind of play off of one another. So let's say that you're building a divorce list. Well, divorce usually, or can at least, lead to some sort of financial hardships, and so that's why we kind of combine these. But this is one of the categories, and there's many others, many categories in personal hardships and financial hardships, but they're all included in this course. This is just one group, and I just thought, in my mind, I just thought this was a logical thing to do, was to group these together, and it came out really, really well. I mean, by the way, these are the same list. I'm building these lists. Our students build these lists, and partners build these lists. So, yeah, I don't know. There's much to talk about there anymore. Do you have anything else on this, Ken?
Nope. I think the category is really. I think we categorized them really well. So, motivated sellers, personal and financial is that one, and then
now we have. Maybe there's not an issue with personally financial or personal or financial. I'm sorry, but maybe there's an actual issue with the property. Maybe there's a major issue that someone either doesn't want to deal with or can't deal with. More importantly, it's probably the person you're going to want to deal with, someone that can't deal with it. And so, yeah, I mean, we have a strategy for looking at or identifying properties that would fall into this category, based upon the age of the property, in particular areas of your market, and other things like like a driving for dollars type of scenario, where you have properties that are just that nobody else really wants to touch. Maybe somebody's not going to make any money, or maybe the owner of that property isn't going to do very well on the property just because of its condition. So it's more physical property based, but it all really boils down to financial, doesn't it? I mean, it really all kind of, if an owner, if they're not, maybe they're not savvy enough to know how to fix a property up, or maybe they're, whatever reason it might be, you're going to find it here in this property related motivations course. And this is about building lists. This isn't about
motivated seller list.
Yep.
Motivated seller list.
Identifying those properties and building a list based off of these motivations. And then we have family related, which kind of this dives into anything that would be affecting the family. Like I talked about divorce before. We touch on divorce in this one as well. I mean, it's definitely a motivating factor. Although, the divorce may not necessarily be a financial problem. It may be that there's a court order, for example, that a property needs to be sold. And, that's where we come in. That's where we can help. It may be a death in the family. It may be probate. All of that stuff is covered inside the family related motivations. So I hope what you guys can see is that these are the three primary categories of motivations for finding motivated sellers. There's not many more out there. We do have I'll just talk about this for just 1 second. I know we're getting long-winded here. But like, for example, we've got everything covered so well in these three particular courses The only other thing that I can really think of outside of that would be something like a quick claim list, where I consider that a catch-all, where if it doesn't fall within a category in these particular under these categories, these three categories, quick claim might catch the ones that slip through the cracks. So I'll just give you a little tip on that. We love the quick claim list.
Yeah, that's in there.
Yep, it's in there for sure.
Quick claim, yeah, other property liens, like judgment liens, sewer liens, municipal liens, mechanics liens. Yeah, we already got so
love liens. We love liens.
Property related, yeah. Yep.
So to kind of piece all that together, we've got these priced accordingly. We actually based, and I'll give you another secret. We based the pricing upon the actual length of the time that was spent on creating this stuff. So that's how we came up with the pricing on it, because it's not just an arbitrary number. We're not just throwing this out there. We actually have a little bit of math and science behind it.
Yes, right? We did. Yes, it's also what you get too. So obviously, when you get the Comprehensive Sub2 Masterclass, which is on the higher end of the spectrum, like you get a lot of tools, documents, and resources with that too. So yes.
Yeah, and so what we did was we decided we're fans of bundles here, so we decided to bundle all three of these together
at a steep discount
for one low price. Yeah, and so you get all three of those courses, all the resources inside those courses, and if I'm not mistaken, yeah, we're actually going to throw in bandit signs on steroids on there too. I'm telling you, the bandit signs on steroids one's asleep.
All the marketing. I think we throw in all the marketing on there, man. That is, what is that price? Good night.
I think it's
that is a deal, brother. That is a deal.
Yeah, it's a lot went into that stuff, and then of course, so I want to bring up this other marketing course. It's kind of along the same. It's a list building mastery course. So we're kind of talking about the same thing, building lists and marketing to those lists. But this particular course is designed for those of you who just want to come out of the gates swinging. Like you want to come out and you just want to start.
Friendly.
Yeah. And it's budget. If it's not budget friendly, it's free. So that's what is included in this course here. And I think that's. You got anything you want to say on this? I'm kind of at a loss for words for it.
Yep. No, that's it. I mean, we've talked about A to Z. I mean, this is really A to Z. I wouldn't even worry about trying to figure out which individual one. I mean, just spend the $155 and get it all, and then you can go through it at your leisure. I mean, that's a deal. In fact, that's probably too damn discounted. I'm being honest with you. Yeah.
This just came to my mind, so I don't want to not get this out. All of these marketing courses, there's always something in each one of these that is geared towards bringing in, or at least increasing your chances of getting a creative deal. So there's always a twist in each one of these particular courses that is going to kind of set you up for making those creative offers and buying properties using creative financing, versus just kind of your run-of-the-mill, type of offers that you're making out there. So I just wanted to throw that in there. That includes this one, but we're creative folks. We love the creative financing stuff. So and over the years, I have found several ways of really just increasing my chances. I honestly think that's the reason that I'm still in this business, is just the kind of adding the little twists and the little turns, the alternative ways to market to these lists, and really how to build a list, what to look for in the list. So very interesting stuff. I would recommend, as Ken was saying, I'd recommend go out here, just pick up all of them. I mean, it's a great deal. It's a really great deal. What else do we got? Oh, we've got a couple of other things here, just a couple.
Yeah, the Land Trust Essentials?
Yep. So we've talked about the complete subject to document package. That's going to be more geared towards the acquisition side of a subject to deal. Right now, Doesn't necessarily mean that you have to buy a property subject to, or even creatively. Um, but if you are looking at the disposition side, if you're a buy and hold investor, and um, now, now we can talk about our strategy a little bit more, but I don't think it matters, because we believe, for the most part, probably 85 to 90% of the time, you should be using a land trust um, to purchase these properties, all right, or at least transferring these properties into a land trust. Um, Land trusts have so many benefits. I mean, we could literally just talk, and I think we have before. We've had
Yes.
complete podcasts just on land trusts,
Yep.
and we didn't cover probably half of what the benefits that land trusts provide. And if you look at this first sentence, it says, we get it. Land trusts feel complicated, but they don't have to be. Ooh, there's a typo. But they don't. Oh, I guess you could kind of say that, right? But they don't have to any longer, or have to be
Yeah.
any longer.
Have
right?
to be any longer is probably better. The yeah, and we've talked about doing an advanced land trust essentials and an advanced land trust package as well. We just haven't, with the fund, which we'll get into here in a minute, but we just haven't been able to accomplish that yet this year. But that's still on the radar. But this package, as you mentioned, is everything you need to get a property in land trust. Whether you're going to go to the closing table and do it, or whether you have an existing property and want to put it in a trust. Either way, these documents here will take care of you.
Yeah, and actually here is a list of the documents you get with this package. By the way, you're not just getting documents here. You're getting instruction. You're getting you're the one that went out and created this package. You're actually getting video instruction on how to use each one of these documents.
Yep, correctly.
So yeah, again, we're going above and beyond here. I think I don't know there's many people that are, and I'm sure they are, but we take a super deep dive into what each one of these documents means and exactly how to use it.
Yep. Yeah, that's okay. That's well worth it right there too. And again, we're not attorneys, but let's just say again for the record, those are the actual land trust documents we use.
Yep. Yes, sir. And then, of course, I'll briefly go over these. We have the Rehabbr construction management tool. It is priced at $19.95. This tool, I know it's got a little bit of a price tag on it. This tool, you will save that much money minimally on your very first rehab project. If you have to do a rehab, or if you are maybe you're just a full-time rehabber. This tool, I didn't believe it either. This is actually designed by a commercial construction guy that I used to know, and this tool, it's just filled with. Hold on, is it going to come up? There we go. It's filled with tools and all the paperwork you need for you. This is actually for your contractors, so it will have, I don't know, I think there's 29 different scopes of work for every single.
There's all kinds. It's as comprehensive as I've seen anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, you just go in, you spend an hour to 2 hours. What it helps you do. Let me back up. It helps you identify the items that you absolutely need to repair if you're doing a rehab. It's going to provide you with a scope of work for that particular item that you then build into a binder. And you take that binder and you set it, maybe on the kitchen counter in the rehab or in a spot. It is a reference point for your contractors to go in and see exactly what you want done. And you want to talk about a time-saving tool to have. This thing does not get the love that it deserves. It is an absolute game changer if you're rehabbing houses. It is fantastic, and it's all in Microsoft Word document form, so you can go in and edit anything you like. We're talking, it's got your, here we go. Yeah. Master property checklist, property repair estimate, over 40 scopes of work, all delivered in MS Word format. And it has, I think there's a series of 4 videos on this. It's a how-to, it's a training library. Absolutely, it's an awesome tool, and I'm bummed that it doesn't get the love that it really deserves. But it will save you literally hundreds of hours of answering phones and taking questions from your contractors. It is so worth it.
And now those are our standalone education classes, and now we're going to move into the mentorship, the coaching that we have.
Yeah. Yep. So what we have, as many of you, if you have listened to us before, you know that our flagship product used to be this Sub2Empire Creative Finance Academy. It's this right here, which is an exhaustive deep. I mean, it's such a deep dive into the world of creative financing. There's mentorship in there. We have all of our coaching calls. We have a whole community of folks who are just great folks. I mean, we actually buy and sell each other properties within the community, and there's just so much that we have to offer in the academy. And this is available on a monthly on a subscription basis. So this is $195 a month. You get a 7-day free trial with it, and it's, like I say, it's all inclusive. You get all of your here's a list of I'm not going to go through all these.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say I wouldn't say it's all inclusive though. That's the partner program.
Yes.
This is the step up. This is like the intermediate mentorship level.
Yeah,
entry.
Sometimes my brain works faster, or my mouth works faster than my brain.
Yeah.
But I will tell you, and so I do want to touch on that. So you get, all of these benefits. You can go out and check this out. The thing that we do not include in this is our documents package. Yeah. And the reason that we do that is because we have spent literally thousands and thousands of dollars on having these documents drafted, and spent countless hours molding these documents to our particular to our liking, and to the creative finance real estate investor, or the creative real estate investors kind of way of thinking. And as you like to say, Ken, your CYA, your cover your assets. But what we found was that folks were coming in, they would join the program, and for $195, they would go in and download all of our documents, and that's it. And next thing I know, I'm gonna tread lightly here. I'm gonna say this very carefully, but the next thing I know, I think I have seen my documents come back to me in one way or another.
Indeed, that's a fact. Yep, that's a fact.
So we had to put a stop to that, and we actually sell the documents packages separately. And yeah, there's just a ton of value in this program.
It's really the coaching calls. It's the ongoing mentorship where you bring your deal and let's go through your deal.
That's right. Yep. And then we have, of course, our new flagship product, and we have two different variations of this product. This is a creative deal partner program, and we have I'll start with this one, if it comes up here. So this is a creative deal partners program. This is a payment option 1. Now you might look at that price tag and think, holy cow, I can't afford that. We call it the deal partners program because we are your partners in this group. And this is an all-inclusive program. So you get literally everything
for life.
For life, 100%. There's no, once this is paid, there are no other fees, there are no other, we're not going to nickel and dime you. The reason that this is priced at $5,000 is because the real cost of this program is $10,000, which is what the other payment option offers. However, with this one, what we're going to do is we're going to split this up, and we are going to do a $5,000 upfront payment, and then we're going to partner with you on your deals, and we will allow you to pay that other $5,000 off of them. They're rules and restrictions that go along with that. But we are going to partner with you on that deal, and we're going to earn the other $5,000 by through that partnership. Okay, so it's just another way of financing this. We realize that not everyone has 10K sitting in the bank, and so we're offering this to kind of to help those folks out.
Yep. And to that was a little fuzzy on the terms. So you're going to go get a deal.
Yep.
We're going to take you hand in hand. That's the partnership piece. Through the deal, close the deal. When the deal closes, we get paid the other 5,000.
Right.
That's how that happens. We get a piece of that.
Yep.
Up to the 10,000 total. Right.
Yep. And by the way, what we just showed you prior to this, the Creative Finance Academy, it is included in this package.
Yep.
So that's just
the Academy. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. The Academy is more. It's like the training platform for all things creative.
Right.
And so the partners thing then takes that to the next level, and we walk hand in hand with you through the deals. Not that we don't talk about deals and the if you're just at the Creative Finance Academy knows, but we will do the deal together and make sure that it closes. That's the whole purpose.
Yep. We're actually going to where in the Creative Finance Academy, you're going to be left to. Of course, we'll answer questions about the documents, but we're not actually going to we're going to leave that up to you. That is something that is your responsibility that you need to learn how to do. In this case, we're actually going to show you how to do it by leading you through it. A little bit different. And then of course we have, along with this, and we're going to get into this here in just a second. I know we're almost out of time. But we actually offer funding in this program where we don't necessarily offer it in the Creative Finance Academy. So this is kind of where this whole ecosystem that we were talking about at the very beginning of this is where it all culminates. It culminates into this Creative Deal Partners program. So that's one way to do that, or you can just there's a flat out $10,000 payment option that that's it. It's one and done. You just get everything for life, including we no longer are going to do I guess is profit share the word I'm looking for? We're not going
no profit share. Yeah, it's one fee you're done.
Yep, everything that you make on your deals is yours. That's it. And same rules apply. This is a lifetime thing. We are going to, like we will with the other payment option, we're going to walk you through it. We're going to hold your hand. We're going to make sure everything is right. We'll get you to the closing table.
Yep. And so we talked about, just to reset here while we're doing it at the end. So we talked about our education, our mentorship, which is really partnership, education, like standalone courses, and in the academy, right? It's a foundational of an educational piece, really. And then we have the partnership, where it's everything on the next level, right? And then we do all of this inside of our own community we call the Sub Hub, right? And then we have access to our own private community called the Sub Hub. And then you just mentioned the funding piece. So right now, just to reset the funding piece, right? So what we want to create is when you come into Sub2Empire and you say, okay, I'm gonna go in, I want to do some real estate investing, I want to get some creative stuff. The ecosystem, the universe, whatever the platform, right? We want it to be a standalone platform where you have all the different pieces at your fingertips. That's the goal. The last piece is the funding. We've just created that, the Creative Real Estate Capital Fund. We are in the fundraising, right? Just to make sure everyone knows, we are in the capital raising portion of that. And per the fund documents, like when you create a real estate fund, it has to be legally based. We filed it with the SEC and everything. And so we have to go by the fund documents. The fund document says we have to raise capital to a certain level, $500,000 in our case. And once we do that, we can then start lending out those funds. That's where you come in at Sub2Empire as one of our partners, one of our deal partners. And that's where you can have turnkey funding.
Absolutely. So the correlation there is, for instance, you're coming in, you want to learn this creative financing thing. Well, but let's say you're an accredited investor, and now you have funds to place. We would be more than happy to talk to you about how we can help you build that while you are a student of the Creative Finance Academy or the Deal Partner Program. And so, yeah, love to talk to you guys about that. It's we're offering some really, really great yields in this fund. Yeah, I didn't even put the. Do we have the little QR code?
I did. I just put it up.
Okay. I didn't see it. I'm on a different. There you go.
I'll put it back up.
Yeah, if you guys want to know more about that, just go check out take a snapshot of that QR code that Ken just put up and go check it out. It'd be worth your while.
And also, I just want to point out, because we don't really say this very much either. Don't take our word for it. Go see our testimonials. We have a whole testimonial page on the website. Like, these are real students doing real deals. Like, and we need to get some more, actually, guys, because there's plenty
more about it.
We're a little behind in getting some more recent student successes on there too. So we need to do a better job of that. But I mean, the stuff works. It really does work.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. Any takeaways? We are way over budget here on time. So.
We are. It's all good.
Hey, I get excited about it. I really do. I love this stuff. So,
well, I think maybe we just end with the good statement here. Whether you're learning, structuring your business, your real estate investing business, you need to level up and partner, or you need to have funding. Sub2Empire is here every step of the journey. Right?
That's right.
It's the platform. It's the one-stop platform that we're trying to create. That was the whole purpose of today's to reset on our golden episode 50. Is about what the hell are these Sub2Empire guys doing? Well, that's what we're doing, man. That's what we're doing.
Yep. Very cool. Well, thank you for joining me this Friday now afternoon.
All
guys,
good.
we really appreciate you sitting through all this. And what else do I want to say? Go check us out. Go head over to sub2empire.com. Check us out. If you have any questions, there's a couple of spots there where you'll have to kind of dig through it, but I think there's a couple of spots where you can schedule an appointment with us if you want to have a chat. Also, you can head over to this website is kind of it's kind of long, but we had to do it. It's creativerecapitalfund.com.
Yep.
creativerecapitalfund.com.
Yep.
All right, guys, that's all I've got. Ken,
it's all good. Next week we have a guest speaker on the schedule for next week if all goes well. So looking forward to that.
Hey, we're gonna have a backup though, right?
We do have a backup.
Yeah,
right?
I trust that this person
we were ready to go and we got screwed at the last minute. I won't name names, but
yeah. It's okay. It's all good. Okay, man.